this whole world's about to turn into some Girl Scouts and censorship girls out. Set me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been, like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attention, chicken out again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bro. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro. Break it down. Sometimes I wonder what the old me say. If what? If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay. What's my name? What's my name? How many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Open R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack I treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. How can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that do to anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, why? But you can up. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you. My own kids, they're brass. They can off, them and you off. You too, Paul, got two. Biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnapping, never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini. I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bro. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro. Yeah, yeah. I steam, broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the field.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And away we go in Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Come on, ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
12. Here we go.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
set. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
Well, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah. There we go. Right there. Number 153. 47. Everybody down. 26.
Prescott opening with a pass. Gets this to Johnson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, here's Dak. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Number 47. Yeah. There we go. Right there. 26.
Throwing again is Dak. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The Steelers making their red zone debut in this one. They've got first and 10 right along the 20.
We got 46. And kill. 47.
They go counter. It's Johnson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Here's second and 11. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Prescott now on third down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up fourth and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, Prescott to throw. Escapes the pocket. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. That's completed right side.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Across midfield to the 45. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He's got it near the 8. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
12, 12, 12.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
11 mighty, 11 stop.
A give left side to Brown. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-zip. McPherson to add the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 47. There we go. Kill. 26.
Dak off the play fake. Throwing deep for the end zone. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27.
On two, ready?
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
11, M3, 10. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Flush down now to his left. Gets out of trouble. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
On one, ready? 11. Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they bring him down around the 34. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin.
Here we go.
They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 34. Rolling left, buying some time. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 13-point lead. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
At their own 41-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
1st and 10 from the 41. Dak now from the gun. Chased out to his right. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right, buying time before throwing it up, but not this time. And as the defense steps in front of that one, probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, discretion the key in so many of these situations for quarterbacks. Why game management and decision-making is so critical. I love that he escaped the pocket, rolls right, tries to buy time for his guys to help him, but when there is nobody there, you either got to tuck it and run or live to play another day. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow from the gun. Getting out to his left. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
11.
On first down, here's Burrow. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! There we go! Right there! There we go, 47.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's on the move. Throw secured by George Pickett. This play goes for 36. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Dax Hill.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. 11, Thomas. Shot.
Burrow setting to throw. Escapes out to the left. Throwing deep down the left. Big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
I'm one, ready?
So as we all recover from that last play,
Here we go.
it's 1st and 10 near the red zone.
11, MT, tank. 11, MT, tank. Shot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Here we go.
Now it's Brown. Is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah! There we go! Let's take.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Throwing on first is Prescott. He rolls to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
11 mighty! 11 mighty!
Brown on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Burrow setting up the play action. He's trying to push the field. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this one to Brown. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. Space past the 35. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Taken in over the middle by Pickens. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Prescott here from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throwing again is Dak. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense with an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
On the run right, throwing deep down this, brought in inside the 20. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. On the move, headed right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Attack! Now you attack!
Motioning him from the slot right. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dax Hill up for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. From the gun is Prescott. Flush down out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running it after the penalty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
11 MT.
Going with Brown on the ground. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut. 11. Cut.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Again, he's got room. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. That gives him a mark of distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year, and it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. That one splits the uprights, and the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
There we go. Kill. There we go. Kill. 22.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's cut at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll toss it to Johnson. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It's caught. Warren. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Steelers first down. Caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Johnson is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers continuing to fight at least. Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Bengals football, and they've got to be pretty darn happy about this lead to start the 4th.
Steelers 14.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. They'll run again with Brown. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals keep running away with this. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him.
At their own 15-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
47.
1st and 10, Prescott. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Another throw for Prescott. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Dak throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Third and long for him here. Oh no, they get him yet again. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Here we go. Stop.
A run with Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
12. Stop.
Here's Brown again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Warren's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Prescott. Catch made by Austin. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And look at this return. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there.
At their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. A give now to Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals very close to an 11th win this season. 2nd down now, 7 to go. On the ground, Brown. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to Brown. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
11, Tommy.
They'll run here following the penalty. No one around. He's got space. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Here we go.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give left side to Brown. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
business. It's highly recommended. It's for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here to hear the flight attendants.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want the pick of the litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody fight. What up?
Showtime, yeah, this is the big ticket. Culture Cop Town, I'm talking that King Richard. It's like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Don't be piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open them wide.
Something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone.
Come on.
Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that pocket front.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open them wide.
Something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
After the races, innovative energy is contagious. Pick up the paces, one for the ages. Ain't no debating, we gonna make it. Hey, back to the basics. Dedicated, breaking out of the matrix. Levitated, flying higher than spaceships. Elevated, celebrated. Woo, woo. I got the power. Woo, woo. I got the power. Hey, you ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. We bout to blow, act like you know. Hey, we on the road, look at me go. Hey, bringing it home, we in the zone. Hey, look at me go. Now you see me, now you don't. If you didn't know, now you know. No, perseverance, my cologne. You can see I got it on. Hold up, wait, stop. You can meet me at the top. I got the magic like a genie in a bottle, baby. I'ma give you what you want. Hold up, wait, stop. Sign my name on the dot, okay. Man, I'm coming in hot, okay. I gotta